All right, here we go. Is everything cool? Let's go. Testing 1 2 3. All right, let's see what we got here. What's up, Rocky? For a link sitting here. All right, get everything. It's here. I'm gonna work on this tomorrow. Wait for everybody to come in. I put the stream out. Discord. 1 second and go to the Discord. Mm. All right, cool. Got that. All right. Here. All right. Sent that out. Got that tag and everything. Set this here. Set that up right there. There we go. No. No. Mm. All right. Let's go check everything. Here we go. Oh, I forgot all about that. Okay. Check my notifications. Let's see. It's all talk personally. All right. All right. Put that there. Give me last remnant too. Go there. So if they actually care to rebrand and bring back some remastered classics, they can definitely earn some decent income to keep them afloat for the time being before launching some original games. Yeah, they're doing a lot of restructuring. We won't be like the real restructuring is not going to go into effect until 2027 because other titles that they have currently in the works is already excuse me is already in mid excuse me it's already in mid development, so ain't not much they can do about that. So whatever new titles that they are working on that's coming in that's brand new, those are going to be hit with the new way of how they conduct business, with the restructuring, the development process, and everything like that. So we want to wait and see how it all turns out. But from what we see, and from what they had in their on their roadmap, is the most recent thing is Final Fantasy VII integrate for Nintendo Switch 2, and they're still developing the third and final part to Final Fantasy VII Remake Trilogy, but we don't really know anything else after that. It's going to take some time. Of course, I think we still have Dragon Quest 12. They did confirm that that they're still working on that. So Final Fantasy VII Remake Trilogy, and then we got, like I said, Dragon Quest 12. We have to wait and see how all that pans out and everything. And then also, we still got that rumor Final Fantasy 9 remake, that rumor Final Fantasy Tactics remaster / remake of however they're going to do it. So we're still waiting on those. But as far as the future is concerned, as far as titles are concerned, we want to just wait and see. Oh, what's up, PJ? What's going on? Just want to wait and see what they're gonna do about that. As I said before, I've been a SquareSoft fanboy ever since the SNES era with Chrono Trigger, Final Fantasy VI, and Secret of Mana, and been such a fan of those games, and it carried over into the PS1 era with Star Ocean, Second Story, Final Fantasy VII, Final Fantasy Tactics, Final Fantasy 8, 9, even with PS2, the Bouncer. We also wasn't really a big fan of the Dragon Guard games. My brother enjoyed the Dragon Guard games, but they always had some great titles. Threads of Fate, they look forward to. They always did. Xenogears will always be my favorite SquareSoft title of all time. Will always be my favorite. That and Final Fantasy VII and Tactics and Xenogears, man, they're like, and Chrono Trigger. Those are the titles that's really, really up there when it comes to my favorites. Love the hell out of those titles. Those were like defining moments of my gaming experience, during those eras, during those times. And the funny part about it is when it came to Square Enix, I said not much. He says since Square Enix owns Taito, I didn't know they own Taito. I wish they let them develop games again. I didn't know they own Taito. When it came to the PS2 era, I didn't really dive into many SquareSoft and Square Enix games on the during the PS2 era. Like, I was preoccupied with the Nintendo GameCube. Once the GameCube came out, I spent more time on my GameCube than I did with my PS2. As I said before, on my PS2, most of my Square titles was Final Fantasy X, Final Fantasy X-2, The Bouncer, Final Fantasy 12. I'm trying to think. I didn't really have that many. Oh yeah, of course, Kingdom Hearts 2. What else from Square in the PS2 era that I have? I don't think I really had many Square titles. When it came to RPGs on the PS2, I was getting all kinds. I was into the Tales series, and that's when I started playing other RPGs. Oh yeah, I forgot Star Ocean to the End of Time. I was getting into other RPGs. And of course, when Bandai Namco had helped, um, had created their second company to help Tanaka create the Monolith Soft. So yeah, I got Xenosaga and stuff, but there's there was Namco at the time or whatever like that. But I didn't really have that many Square titles on the PS2. Like most of the PS2 era, most of that generation, I was more so playing GameCube. Yo, what's up, Neo? So the only way Square will survive is if they cut ties with BlackRock. Well, how would they cut ties with one of the biggest investors? Guess they're doomed. Square saw before the Enix merger could leave their comfort zone and kick ass in any genre they touched as well. Oh, everything's good. Oh, what's up, Samantha? What's going on? What's going on? Yeah, yeah, when it came to the PS2 era, I didn't really game much on my PS2. Like once GameCube came out, GameCube took over most of my gaming. During that time, when that came out, and then I had Final Fantasy Chronicles on the GameCube. Yeah, I had Final Fantasy Chronicles. I think that was the only Square game, only Final Fantasy game from Square was Final Fantasy Chronicles. Crystal Chronicles. That was the only Square Soft and Square Enix game at that time on the Nintendo GameCube. But all Square has to do, man, is, as I said before, man, I think it's time to bring in fresh blood. And most of the fresh blood, as far as developers are concerned, most of them were fans who grew up they're like around my age and shit like that, who grew up playing these games and been fans of these games. So they know how these games are and they know what they want from the, as far as the gameplay experience is concerned. You know what I'm saying? I think we need to have some fresh blood in there because it seems like the old heads, man, is like these dudes are getting older and older, man. And they're at retirement age. They're grandparents and shit now. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes, man, you can't teach, an old dog new tricks. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, they did their time. You know what I'm saying? They gave us the great experiences and stuff. And I think it's just time for them to just pass the torch. You know what I'm saying? And allow to see what the young bloods can do as far as delivering the gaming experience that we want. And I think the major strategy, in my personal opinion, that Square Enix need to really hammer down on, as they're developing their AAA titles, I think AA would be the thing that will really save them. AA titles. So I've been playing Ninja Gaiden. What's up, Soul Eater? What's up, Overking? What's good? What's good? So my fucking Ranger broke down again. Red Air Blue. Oh, it sucks. Yeah, 40. You guys are whack. Yeah. Yeah, I love it. Yeah. I love when the Enix was separate, man. And Enix had their own titles. You know what I'm saying? They had their own thing. And Square had their own thing. And I thought they was going to be OP, bringing both of my favorite JRPG studios, and you merge them together. I thought it was going to be OP, man. But it just seemed like everything was just going downhill for them once they merged. But when they were separate, man, it was just a treat. You know what I'm saying? I thought we was going to get double that if they merged together, but we didn't get that. But as I was saying before, I think AA gaming would save what actually helped Square. And what I mean by that is, like, we need more lower budget games, but competent lower budget games. You know what I'm saying? Great replayability, you know what I'm saying? Great art styles and aesthetics, and great storytelling, great character designs and everything like that. And price modestly, you know what I'm saying? Especially with the prices right now, $70 to now almost $90 and shit like that. And if they can do like these AA budget games and, and they price them at $50, can't beat that. A lot of gamers will pick that stuff up. But like I said, these games have to be competent at the same time. And plus, this allows them to test the market to reviving older IP. Because the thing is, just because you bring back an older IP, it'd be stupid for these older IPs to come out the gate as AAA titles. That's stupid. That's the dumbest thing they can possibly do, is because no one heard of these titles. Only people like us, people like me who grew up with these older IPs, know these franchises, know these IPs and everything. I'm going to be hyped and excited for it. But most people in this generation, this younger generation of gamers, don't know shit about some of these older titles. And I think that's why they've done a good job. One second. There we go. I just wanted to grab this real quick. Yeah, that's why me, for a perfect example, I bought, like I said, Vision of Mana. Still in the plastic. I haven't opened it yet, but I did play this. No, Star Ocean, Divine Force. Loved the fuck out of it. Bought the game. Played the shit out of it. Beat the game and everything. I can't wait to get around to this. I'll be playing this over the summer for sure. But look at this. This was a double. It started out as. Let me see if I got it here with me. No, let me check over here. There we go. Right there. I'll be able to just look at it and pick it up. Yeah, so think about it. Trials of Mana for the Nintendo Switch, and I also got it for the PS4. Trials of Mana. Look at this. This was a AA modest budget. Now, those of you guys who's been watching me, been watching this channel, been following this channel, I covered this video, this game. I covered this game, and I kept saying to you guys, I'm telling you right now, Square is testing the waters with this. They're doing a modest remake. This is a 1-to-1 remake. Updated visuals, great aesthetics, kept the gameplay intact, added quality of life features, new up-to-date soundtrack and everything, and just let the fans play it. And I encouraged you guys to go out there and get it. I said I was going to get the game, which I did. I got it for the PS4 and I got it for the Nintendo Switch at the time. And I said, guys, if this game does well, you can guarantee that Square's going to up the ante with a bigger budget and give us a new a Mana game. And guess what? I was correct, because the game sold really, really well, especially on the Nintendo Switch. And then years later, we got Visions of Mana. Visions of fucking Mana. Visions of Mana. So they need to do more of this with some of these older IPs. Come back with a modest budget. It has to be a competent game, developed game with the budget that it has. And it has to be marketed well. Multi-plat and everything. And like I said before, this Star Ocean was fucking great. This was a good game. If you haven't played Divine Force, I encourage you to play this game. I also did a review on this too. I did a review on Trials of Mana as well. But I also did a review on this. So if you're interested in my thoughts and opinions, definitely check out the review. Just go to my channel and go to the search bar on my channel. Just type in Star Ocean Divine Force review, and you better see that for yourself. But I love the fuck out of this game. And even the producer, the director and them, they was talking about how they wanted to do so much with this game, but they was really restricted due to the budget that was given to them. So if you went out and supported this game, because they was urging everybody to support this game if they enjoyed it, if you go out and support this game, then we'll get an even bigger budget Star Ocean game, which will allow the developers to do even more things that they wanted to do with this one. But you got to go out and support these games and everything. And I enjoyed every last bit of it. I'm gonna do a second playthrough because I want to play as the other character. So I played Raymond first. But this was a great game. Check it out. I did a review on it. Check the game out. Like I said, this was a AA title. And I believe Square Enix, they can actually do things if they do this. Also, I forgot. something else I forgot from Square. Now, I know some people may laugh at this or laugh at me or whatever, but even this game, this was a risky as fuck game. This Dealfield Chronicles, this is a real-time strategy. Square Enix. Like I said, I put my money where my mouth is. They always say that Xbox players don't buy their games. They don't play games. They don't buy their games. Like I said, I got all three. I got a Switch, I got a PS5, and I got a Series X. But I always said to myself, man, I want to see more JRPGs and more Eastern developed games on Xbox. But in order for that to happen, you got to go out and support them. So I played Dealfield Chronicles. I enjoyed the fuck out of this game. I enjoyed every bit of this game. And in my personal opinion, if you have never played a real-time strategy game, real-time strategy RPGs can be very intimidating. It's very, very niche within the RPG genre. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of players get intimidated by them. But I will say this. This is like an entry-level real-time strategy RPG. This is to actually get newcomers in here. Because for me, unless I had to raise the difficulty. But this game was pretty easy at the standard difficulty. I had to raise the difficulty up. But this was an entry-level real-time strategy. I love the aesthetics, the art design, and oh my god, that cliffhanger fucking ending. There needs to be a sequel. But the sad part, no one went out and supported this game. And this was a double A title. This was a double A title. I did a review. On this. If you're interested and want to know my thoughts and opinions on Dealfield Chronicles, definitely check this out. But the thing is, 1 second. Wait, did Star Ocean Divine Force sell well in the end? I hope it did. Yeah, it sold pretty well. Yeah, you remember that game, Mugen Lord? I want to see. Yeah, Bushido Blade. Yep, I remember Bushido Blade. I got Bushido Blade. Planning to get Expedition 33 on the PC. Yo, yeah, what's up, Akuma? Having just got my computer back, I just now got to check out everyone it's talking about. It looks great, and I think I'll get it. Yo, what's up? Yeah, so but here's the problem. This is another reason why this game didn't do too well. And this game had got like a 7 or 8 by most critics. But I gave this game an 8. I really enjoyed this game. I really enjoyed this. But this is another problem that Square has. Now, I'm gonna show you what the problem was. All right, so for example, let me see if I got it here. What was it? What was the name of the game? 1 second, guys. Give me a second. All right, here we go. Yeah, cool. I got everything close by. Here's the problem with Square. This is another thing that hurt their sales of their games. Because this is what happened. This game came out in July, I believe it was, right? This is in 2022. This game came out in July, right? Or was it August? Yeah, this came out in July, right? Then September. Dealfield Chronicles came out. I think it was like the second week of September. Dealfield Chronicles came out, right? And then 2 weeks later, Valkyrie Elysium came out. I didn't pick that up. It wasn't the Valkyrie games that I grew up playing, so I didn't care for that one. Especially after playing the demo, it just reaffirmed what I already thought about the game anyway. So this game came out July. Then September, this game came out. Like within the second week of September, I believe. Then 2 weeks later, Valkyrie Elysium came out. And then a week or two later, Star Ocean Divine Force came out. It was literally cannibalism. They were saturating the market with these games. These games are literally like back to back. So some of these games are going to get overlooked. And Dealfield Chronicles was the victim. Dealfield was the victim. Valkyrie Elysium, that also bombed too. But this got hurt. So this was the thing that got everybody hyped. This did really, really well. And then Star Ocean, Divine Force did really, really well. But this got thrown under the bus. And I bought all of them. I had bought all of them except for Valkyrie Elysium. Also, when you had time to answer, Laura, how do you feel about Mega Man Legends? Any thoughts about the story, character, and gameplay? I like Mega Man Legends. I got it's one of my favorite. There you go. See? Mega Man Legends. Yeah. It's one of my favorite. It was one of my favorite It's one of my favorite Mega Man series. I like Mega Man, but I'm not a Mega Man like fan. But that's one of my favorite of all time Mega Man's like series, you know? Yeah, they fucked themselves over. These came out back to back. And I gotta also, please try this game. I got a review on this. And this game almost left me in tears, man. I see why this game didn't come to the States on the SNES during the SNES era, because the themes that was in this game was way before its time. This is this is when JRPGs wasn't a big thing in the United States, and especially in the West at the time. And I can understand this game wouldn't have sold well at all in the SNES era in the States because of its themes. Because of its themes, it was just way ahead of its time on the SNES. And now that, you know, JRPGs has become mainstream, especially here in the West and everything, this was a perfect idea for Square to do this, especially after they had an art style, which is the HD 2D art style, which is, it has a modest budget. It's not AAA budget, and it still gives you that classic SNES era type of aesthetics or PS1 type of aesthetics. And you're able to remake the game with modern touch, you know, with the modern quality of life changes, voice acting, and stuff like that. I loved every bit of this game. And I'm telling you right now, go to my channel. If you haven't seen this yet, and haven't seen the review, check out the review. I really got to get back to doing reviews again. Definitely got to do that. But I got a review playlist, actually. Let me see. I got a review playlist. I need to update it though. Was it Mugen Review? Mugen TV Reviews. All right, so let me pause it real quick. Let it load up. All right, so pretty much I have, here's all 16 videos. I got Scarlet Nexus review. Yeah, I got a couple reviews up on here. I need to update it. I didn't update it because I didn't put my Final Fantasy Rebirth 7 Rebirth on here. So I got to update the playlist with more stuff. But yeah, I even got Sonic Forces review. Like I got reviews on here, guys. Nier Automata review, Xenoblade 2, Xenoblade 3, Dealfield Chronicles, Scarlet Nexus. So I got reviews on here, so you can check that out. Matter of fact, I'll just link you guys to the playlist. No, man, I am slacking, bro. I am slacking. I gotta get on it. I still owe you guys a Final Fantasy 16 review. I'll be writing the script for that review this week, so expect that review to be up soon. So expect that. Also, let me see something here. Let me put this back. Yeah, man, I just got finished. I finally beat I'm going through my backlog. I finally beat Grand Blue Fantasy Relink. Oh my god, man. Like I'm not I'm not gonna talk about it much because I'll leave that for my review. I'm conflicted. I love now I'm at the end game. I don't really do end game for like single player games. I like to move on. Once I beat the game, I move on. But I'm doing some end game stuff. Got a lot of footage and stuff. I'm still trying to get some more multiplayer footage before I actually do my review and actual discussion video about it. But man, I got addicted. Like at first, I was like, the game didn't end up being what I wanted it to be. But we'll talk about that later. But man, now I'm a hook to the game. I'm enjoying every last bit of it. So now that I finished Grand Blue Fantasy Relink, I'm now moving on to Stellar Blade. I gotta finish Stellar Blade. I'm gonna finish Stellar Blade. I gotta finish Stellar Blade so I can give you guys my thoughts and opinions on it. Give you a review on Stellar Blade. So yes, a Final Fantasy 16 review is coming. I'm working on a script for that. I've been finished the game like last year, just never made it. I just never got around to doing a review on it. So I promise you guys a 16 review, which I'll get that for you guys. And then I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna do a Grand Blue Fantasy Relink review for you guys. So I owe you that too as well. And now I'm currently playing back. I'm going back and I'm playing through Stellar Blade now. And I'm gonna finish that up so I can have that review out. So I'm catching up on all my stuff. Catching up on everything. Picking that up on Steam, Stellar Blade. Final Fantasy 16, man. Yeah, we're gonna talk about that. I'm dying to play with all followers and Lord himself. Yeah, man. And yeah, I bought speaking of that, I also bought just to catch up with you guys. I also bought the Capcom Fighting Collection. I also bought that as well. So I would love to play this with you guys. I want to play some Power Stone, man. Like, I'm kind of disappointed because from the time I was playing, there was no one on Power Stone at all. There was like, I was fighting the same 3 people over and over and over again. It was not finding players. It was like Capcom versus SNK was like it's the highlight title. Like, everybody's playing that shit, but no one is really playing Rival School, like Project Justice. No one is really playing all the other titles that they have on there, like Plasma Sword and stuff like that. So I can see this being dead. Like I can see all the lobbies being dead and no one's going to play those. It's like I would have to find people like I'll have to find people to play like at a Discord or something like that, and hopefully you guys get it. It's not even crossplay. It's not even crossplay. It's not even crossplay, and that sucks too. So, which means that if you guys got on PC, I can't play with you guys. And like I said, I'm not really a PC player. I'm not a PC player at all. You know, so hopefully, man, we see what happens. Cause I bought this with the intention of playing with you guys, and now I'm finding out the shit don't even have crossplay. I forgot. I didn't even know anything. I assumed that it had crossplay. Then I forgot that the first collection didn't have crossplay. So that sucks. That really, really sucks. So, but yeah, let me forgot to do my normal plug. Yeah, so back to Strike and Kill Tees. This is my brothers. Strike and Kill. We got a custom t-shirt business in Philadelphia. We have our own studio, our own steam press machines. We create our own custom t-shirt designs. We don't just do t-shirts. We also do hats, mugs, sweatpants, hoodies, leggings. We do the whole 9 yards. Mouse pads, wallets. So you can go definitely check this out. It's $5 off on your first purchase if you come here. Here's the link in the description or in the chat. Go check it out. Also, let you guys know that we will be at Geekdom Con this weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, this weekend in Jersey. So if you happen to be going to Geekdom Con, or you live in Jersey, or you live close by Jersey and you're going to Geekdom Con, chances are you'll be able to find me because Venus and Orion Comics will be there. This will be my first con that I'm going to now, since I couldn't go to the last one because of mixing fucking up my books. But now everything has been settled and everything, and this is my first con appearance as Venus and Orion Comics as a vendor and everything. So it's gonna be pretty dope. I've been getting together all of my material for the table and the setup and stuff, and I'm super excited. Can't wait to show all that stuff off and everything. As I said before, we're graphic designers, so all the designs that you see, because when you click on it, you can click on hoodies and click on all the different things that we made and everything. You can check out, these are all our designs. So graphic designers, you can't find any designs anywhere else. You're only gonna find them here on this website. So definitely check it out. If you have a design, a custom, you want image on any of these type of items, just go to the website, go in the chat, hit my brothers up, and the more organized you are, the quicker they can get it done for you and have it shipped out to you and everything. Man, he said, oh man, I'm so busy with work, fucking mad now. Could the sales of your comic at this increase the chances of releasing? Nah. Nah, it would not increase the chances. Like, I would have to sell a shit ton. If you come to the con, you'll be able to buy my book for $10. Cover A, you'll be able to buy for $10 if you come to the con. That's the perks of going to the con. If you see me in person, you'll be able to get, because on my website it's $16, but if you go to the cons, you'll be able to get it for $10. Like, in order for me, and if I would have to sell 100 books, I would at least have to sell 100 books. No, actually, yeah, at least, yeah, I will at least have to sell. I will at least have to sell 100 books, in order for me to see some real good money and stuff. I would sell hundreds of books. But I'm not just selling the comics. I'm also selling shirts. I'm selling my VK shirts and my Venus Orion Comics shirt. And a New York, New Jersey guy and Philly guy. I'll be all over. If I had them, so I wish you the best at the con. Yeah. So this con wouldn't be able to do it. Like, I would say a miracle. And I'm already limited on stock anyway. I only got so much books, because this shit costs money. I have to spend money to order books too. It's not like you guys had, like, with the Kickstarter, you guys gave me money. Like, y'all pre-ordered. So I was able to take the money that you use to pre-order the books to buy books. Now there's no Kickstarter right now. So that means I have to use my money, or I have to use the money that I have from Venus Orion Comics to buy more books. So I have to make the money, and spend money to get more, to increase, my inventory and stuff like that. So no, this one con ain't going to do it. I have to go out there, and I gotta hustle. I'm working from the mud. I'm working from the mud when it comes to all this. But yeah, speaking of that, I'll be at the con Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Looking forward to that. I had to spend money in for my table setup. I had to get. Let me see. I guess I can show some of you guys. Let's go. All right, so I'll show you some of the stuff that I'm gonna have at my table. For starters, I just got this to order this today. I went to Staples today and got this printed up. So yeah, this is gonna be on an easel. I'm gonna have this on a tripod or an easel at my table. It's gonna sit behind me on an easel. So also too, I got a QR code. So it gives people, you can be able to go straight to my link tree, so you can scan that. You be able to scan it and stuff like that. And then this right here, this shit costs me a lot of money, man. I'm not going to disclose how much I spent. I spent a lot of fucking money. And then here we go right here. This is going to be on the table, on the easel on the table. When customers come up, or potential customers come up, when I talk about Venus Orion Comics, I could be able to explain what the phase 1 is, give everybody an introductory crash course to all this stuff. So man, I'm pretty much gonna be a salesman the whole time, introducing people to all this stuff to get people on board. The whole goal is to get people on the newsletter. I got to increase my newsletter, get more and more people, because it showed that people are interested. And the goal is I have to build up and get as many people as possible on the newsletter and get many people interested. So by the time the campaign 2 for chapter 2 come, these are more people. So I have to collect more people, you know. So yeah. No, I'm not gonna stream. I gotta have I don't got a hotspot, so I'm at the convention, so I won't be streaming anything. I'll probably do a video though. But yeah, so this also got a QR code too as well for people and everything. But yeah, this shit cost me a lot of fucking money to get done and stuff like that. So this will be at the table. I got some other stuff, but I can't show it because it didn't get here yet. Is that you need to dress up as a Kaya and walk around? I have to get an outfit to get all that done. I would have to pay a professional cosplayer. I would like to get the actual outfit, get a professional cosplayer to make my outfit and everything. You know, I don't want to half-ass it. And then I had to buy a Squarespace reader to put on my phone so people can swipe their cards and tap their cards and stuff like that. So I have to set that up tomorrow and stuff. Also too. Oh, what's up, LG? Oh, thanks, man. Freaking weather. Yo, said, yo, what's up, man? What's going on? And then also, guys, look what I got. I got business cards. So when I go to the con this weekend, and check this out. Check this out. Like I said, pay attention to everything. Here's the business card right here. See the business card? It's the business card right here. And then check out the back. Check out the back. Join our community. See if you can see it. Try to get a little bit closer for you guys. And there's the QR code right there, so you can use your phone and it can get you in and stuff. So yeah. So definitely check that out. So yep, that's the business card. Yeah, so I'll be giving those out at the con. It was so yeah, that's exciting. Let's see what we got here. Like I said, I already thought about making it for a contest and just giving him after. I gotta get the cash flow first again. Should be starting to get more work now. Had a meeting with some builder last week. That's good. Said I'm doing good, getting my characters ready to show the world what we've done. Okay, cool. Yeah, so yeah, man. I got the business cards. I got that ready. And I got some other things I can't show yet because it didn't get here yet. I'm not sure if it's gonna get here in time. So I can't show that stuff. And then what was it? Was it last week? Man, you you guys kept me busy. I will say this. You guys kept me busy last week. And what do I mean by that? What I mean by that is that, man, I kept going to the post office, or I kept going to having UPS pick up books. People started ordering books. I don't know. I took a nap. It was like last Thursday. I went to go take a nap, and I woke up. When I woke up, when I woke up, the store VK Chapter 1, the store cover, the trigger cover was sold out. It was sold the fuck out. I don't know what happened. I woke up, got all these notifications. People bought them up. I'm sold out of the store covers. Now I have to go order it, which is a good thing. Now I have to go up and I gotta order some more books, store covers, the trigger cover. So now when you go to the website, when you go to my website, it has the pre-order button. So now you have to pre-order in order to get in line to be able to get the next wave of the store covers. I don't know what happened, and I appreciate it though. I really appreciate you guys who went out and y'all just bought. It came out of nowhere. One minute I had full inventory, took a nap and woke up. They were all gone. Came in and just bought them. So I appreciate that. So I got to restock up on the store covers. So I definitely appreciate you guys who decided to come in and buy the book. But cover A is still available. But when I come back from the con, from Geekdom Con, this weekend, when I come back from Geekdom Con, I'll reorder. I'm gonna reorder some. And let me put this in the link too for you guys, so just in case if you are interested in pre-ordering the trigger cover, you can check that. You can check that out and everything. But yeah, so I appreciate this. But if you guys are still interested in wanting to dive into the VK chapter 1 or get introduced to the universe, you still got cover A still available for pre. It's not even for pre-order. You can buy it right now if you want to. So that's still available, and I'll post a link to that. And if you're curious about the Venus Orion Comics universe, and before you want to make a heavy commitment to it by spending $16 or $20 on a physical book, you can just go for the digital too. The digital is only $5. It's less than a McDonald's meal. It's less than the McDonald's meal. So here's the link to the digital. So it's only $5. So if you want to go take a chance and just want to see what it's about, Variant Killers, Vampire Killers, Chapter 1, you can definitely go check it out right there. And as I said before, man, get on the newsletter. If you haven't gotten the newsletter yet, I encourage you to get on the newsletter. It's free. It costs you nothing at all. In order for you to participate in any of the contests hosted by Venus Orion Comics, you have to be a subscriber of the newsletter. I will also put out discount codes for my store, so you can get discounts off on items and stuff. So definitely check it out. And if you're interested in that and it costs you nothing, also I give out free wallpapers as well. Give it a go. Definitely give it a go. Now, as I said before, Venus Orion Comics Patreon. I have a Patreon as well. Oh man, I appreciate it. Oh, I definitely appreciate it, man. I have a Patreon. I'll post that link as well. The Patreon is also important, is crucial as well. I'm about to put up another post on the Patreon. The whole thing about the Patreon is to help put money towards the development of my books. Like I said, I'm paying out of pocket. Like I said, I would never ask you guys to give me money to get a book done. I'm using my own money. But if you guys want to help, but get something in return, though, you know, before a campaign even starts, you can just become a patron. Only you got a $3 tier and you got a $5 tier. I would add more tiers later, but the $3 tier, as I said before, is really simple. You know, this tier you get early access to comic updates and work in progress sketches, exclusive Patreon posts and progress reports, voting power and occasional characters or lore polls, access to the official Venus Orion Comics Discord. I have a Venus Orion Comics Discord. When you subscribe to this, you also get access to the Discord and you get emojis. I got some cute little emojis for you guys in that Discord as well. And when it comes to the $5 tier, which is the lore seeker tier, you know, so you not only with the $5 tier, you get everything that the $3 tier has, plus with the $5 tier offer as well. So you get early access to documentaries, breakdown videos before they go onto my YouTube channel, you know, 3 days later or to a month later. So it depends on if it's a documentary, you may get the documentary may not be posted onto the channel until a month later or whatever like that. So you better see it a month early and you be able to download the video. You have it, so you can have it part of your archives. So you better download all the videos that I have out there, the breakdown. Now, I put out a freebie out there. If you guys are interested, you can check out. I put a little preview up for you guys. If you're interested in that. So yeah. So I'm telling you, man, like if that's what's up, Ricky? So yeah, if you're interested in it, it helps me. Like I said, if I can pull anywhere from $500 to $1,000 or more a month from this would definitely help speed the process for the release of chapter 2 of VK and also supplement other projects as well. So like I said, only $3. It's only $3 to for the Patreon. Also, there will be other tiers. There will be a fan service tier where it's going to have some fan service stuff, if you know what I mean, the fan service tier, and then there will be a not safe for work tier. You know, so we're going to have some cool art or maybe some animation. Not sure yet, but some cool art. You know, some of the female characters, some spicy stuff is not safe. That's not safe for work, and that's going to be a higher tier. Like the fan service tier is going to be a higher tier. And the not safe for work tier is going to be a higher tier. There will be a Patreon cover for chapter 1 that will be later on only for Patreon, which means it'll be like a limited slot for you guys to be able to grab it for $20 or like that. It's like a $20 tier for the book, and it's going to be limited quantity and stuff like that. So yes, that's later though. A Patreon cover will be a thing. So yes, so there are big plans for the Patreon, but like I said, this goes a very long way. Now, to give you guys a little preview of some of the content that you will be able to get by getting the $5 tier. Let's see. It's a little preview. I'm not going to show the whole thing. Videos, Orion Comics. 1 second. All right, let's see what we got here. All right. Was it this? No. 1 second, guys. Here we go. I think this is one. Yeah, so I'll play this. This is stuff that you'll get on the $5 tier. For those who are interested.
A shadowy figure, watching from across the rooftops, calm, confident, like he was always part of the plan. For now, we call him the Rooftop Watcher. Getting a little too close, my friend. But don't worry. Our paths will cross soon enough. He wasn't speaking to Jasmine. He was speaking to Wrath, and he knew he was being watched. And if you backed VK Chapter 1, you might have seen him even earlier. Take a look.
Yeah, so that's a little preview of the type of content you'll get on the Patreon $5 tier. We'll be doing like breakdown videos like that of the comic and other things within the Venus Orion Comics universe and stuff like that. What's up, Salcom? What's going on? So yeah, you'll get stuff like that, man. So like definitely, like I said before, I'll post it again, the link to the Patreon in case you're interested, and stuff like that. As I said before, if you haven't checked it out, like I said, this is the store cover, which just says Trigger and everything. And as I said, and when you look in the back, it has the Elohim doctrine right here. And like I said, all the imagery are always clues to something. And like I said before, who's this woman right here? And as you go through the series over time, and like I said, these title words, Trigger, Trinity, these words also mean something. So this sold out. I gotta like I said, I gotta order some more store covers. Sold out just like that. And I appreciate that. Guys was not playing around. So but yes, this is the store cover. And of course, like I said before, cover A. This is cover A. This is the default that you'll get from the store if you order it. So yeah, man. Yeah, so next month I'll be updating the website next month with some new stuff. Some new I will be adding a new Paragon of Fate. Have you checked out Fire Force yet, Mugen? Nah. I haven't watched it yet. Yeah, so the Paragon of I'll be adding more Paragons of Fate. I'll be adding a new one to I'll be adding a new one next month in June. And I wonder who it will be. Yeah, I heard it, Common America. I got the book. I got the first volume, the first book. It's okay. Like I said, I gotta I'm gonna read more. I'm gonna read the next books to see if it pulls me in. But so far it's okay. But yeah, next month I'll be updating it. Said quite a bit like a Zeno game writing wise. Constancy Roy. No, I haven't heard of that, Zeth. But yeah, the Paragons of Fate. I'll be adding a new Paragon next month, so you'll be able to get backstory on that character. And like I said, when you click on the characters, you'll get some backstory, you get some knowledge of the characters. You don't get all the details, but you get enough to get a chance to understand these characters. That's the point of all this. So you have some ideas. Now these characters are no longer just pictures and images. Now you get to find out their personalities and some of their abilities and what they're capable of and stuff like that. So that's the thing I want to get out there when it comes to the Paragon of Fate profiles here on this website. So if you haven't checked it out yet, hello, how are you? I'm an hour late. It's all good. This is not going to be a long stream, just to let you guys know, because I got so much shit I got to get done. So let me give you the website, VenusOrionComics.com. It said when Mugen becomes a Venus Ryan millionaire, his baby mom is going to feel mad, I bet. But like my baby mom right now, like she sees the stuff that I'm doing. And like I said, she called me up talking about how she wanted to divorce her husband and shit. And I said to her, I'm looking like, don't do that. Divorcing your husband, you ain't coming. Don't think you coming back over here. Do not think you coming back over here. It's an indie anime OVA project that is coming out in August. The Indiegogo campaign is okay. Cool, have fun with that. Yeah, like please, bro, more baby mama drama stories. I want to see. I don't really have a lot of new stories because, like I said, like when it comes to me and her now, with me and my baby mom, like there's like a line that's drawn that I've drawn and stuff like that. So like I said, like I love her, but I'm over her. You know what I'm saying? So all I care about is her building a relationship with her daughter. It's not about me and her. And I always keep making that known and clear to her because like I said before, it was like a month ago. She just called me out of nowhere and she just started crying and stuff, saying, how miserable she is in this marriage that she never wanted to be in and stuff like that. And her other child was or whatever like that, who she has a kid with the guy, with the Mexican dude. She's like she's just angry. She's just angry at everything. And she's constantly yelling at her other daughter and stuff like that. And she's just miserable. And because she FaceTimes me at times and stuff like that. And she was talking about how, she's like every time I'm not happy, I always run away and stuff like that. And this is what she's trying to do. She's trying to put that in my ear. She's trying to let me know that she's trying to run and that she wants to come back here. And I'm looking like, no, I don't know. Like I'm not taking you back. I'm like yo, like the moment you gave your wound to another man, like even when I was still like in love with you and stuff, despite the shit that we've been through, the moment you decide you had another baby with another dude and shit, that was the sign. That's right there told me just let her go. Like, you let me know that you moved on with yourself. You made another kid, you know what I'm saying? Then you got married and stuff like that. No, there's no way. You can't come back here. Like, there's no me and you anymore. Because she kept saying, so what are we going to do? I'm saying, what do you mean we? There's no we. Can you stop saying we? There's no we in this. Stop putting me in this. There's no we. Because she's trying to come back to Philly. She's trying to come back to Philly because her husband is broke, so she can never come down to Philly because she wants to stay with her mom for over the summer so she can be close enough to see our daughter and stuff like that. And he don't have the money because they live in Florida and shit like that. And she tried to play slick to try to give me a sob story to see if I was going to give her money. I'm like, no, like, why would I give you money? You got a husband. Like why the fuck would I'm not paying for that shit. And even if I had the money, I'm not paying for that shit. Like, you got a whole ass husband and shit like that. They had nothing to do with me. You know what I'm saying? So, nah, you're not trying to pull that on me. You think I'm some fucking simp? You think I'm some fucking like no. And even if you decide to divorce your husband, I'm not like, there's no way you coming back. There's no way you coming back here, and I'm not taking care of some other man's child. And I told her, because she started crying over the phone, and I said, listen, I said you don't understand how much, because she kept saying, because she said, I feel like an idiot. She said, I feel like an idiot right now. I know you probably think you're a badass, me coming to you, telling you how much I fucked up and stuff like that. And I told my baby mom, I said, yo, like, I said, get this out of your head. I forgave you a long time ago. I moved on. You gotta understand, like, I moved the fuck on. I'm done. Like I got no time worrying about you. Like, I'm not some bitter baby daddy. Like, no, I moved on. Like why? Like you still thinking that I'm laughing at you right now, or you still thinking that I'm you still thinking there's some type of competition and stuff. Like you feeling humiliated telling me this stuff, and because you thinking that I'm laughing at you. Like, no, I see what you're going through. Your life is beating you the fuck up right now. Like, I get no satisfaction out of that. Or I like at this point, I wish the best for you. I hope your life turns around and it gets better for you, or whatever like that. But I get no satisfaction seeing life fucking you up right now. I get no satisfaction out of that. I moved on. And you're still thinking that I'm laughing at you and shit like that. Why? You know what I'm saying? It's because it's her guilt and the things that she had done to me, done to our child, abandoning her child and stuff like that, and all those other type of things that's eating her the fuck up, and she can't live with that shit. But I moved on. You gotta move on. You can't be sitting there trying to be mad and upset because a woman hurts you and stuff like that. You gotta move on. Because if you don't move on, she wins. In a sense, you know what I'm saying? She's moving on in life while you still standing there fucked up. No, you got to get up at some point and move on with your life. You know what I'm saying? And you also can't wish harm, or you can't you shouldn't want to wish the worst things to happen to a woman that hurts you, because that person's not always going to go through suffering their whole entire life. You know what I'm saying? And the best type of revenge is when God takes revenge. No one can do revenge better than God himself. So don't try to get revenge or try to see a person or see a woman who hurt you get hurt. That's not your job. You got to move on with your life, because a person who's truly been hurt, you know what I'm saying? God is going to deal with that person that hurt that person. And the only person that can dish out revenge is God himself. Let him deal with that shit. It's not up for you to deal with it. And sometimes you won't even see their punishment. It's not up for you to see their punishment. But when God strikes his wrath on a person, he's going to make sure. He's going to make sure you see it. He's going to lay it right in front of you. He's going to lay it right in front of you so you can see him at work and see it. You know what I'm saying? So don't worry about it. Move on with your life. And that's what I did. And the more and more I moved on with my life, the more and more she was getting fucked up by life. The more and more she's getting fucked up by life. She don't even look the same anymore. She don't even look the same anymore. And I told her, She looks stressed out. Like when I seen her, like she looks stressed the fuck out. Her hair all over the place and shit. She drinks a lot of wine. Because time she called me, she was like tipsy and shit like that. Yup. So yeah, man. So and is it Black Prince Lamore? Yeah. Yeah, man. So he said, Tyler said, yeah, man, yeah, love is a bitch. And dude, damn, she doesn't even look the same. No, she looks stressed out. She don't look the same. She looks stressed the fuck out. She looks stressed that like I said, it was, and was so, that's why it hurts. That's how you tell I love her, is because even though we've been through so much, seeing her looking fucked up like that bothers me. Even though she did me wrong, that still bothers me. Seeing her fucked up like that. Like life is doing her fucking in. Like life is doing her dirty right now. Life is really doing her dirty. Like right now she's actually seeing professional help right now too. And stuff like that. And that's good. I still want the best for her. But life is doing her the fuck in. She's getting paid back everything that she's done wrong to people and hurt people and hurt me and leaving behind her daughter and stuff like that. She don't even, like I said, she don't even look the same. She looks stressed out. You ever see a stressed out mom or a stressed out, like she like a stressed out mom now? Like she's literally like a stressed out mom. You ever see a mom that like you can look at her, you could tell that she's been through enough. You know, hair all over the place, look tired or look drained as fuck. That's how she looks. Yeah. Yeah. And God punishes you for that. God punishes you when your child is your responsibility. God talks about that. Abandoning your child and treating your child a certain way, God punishes you for that shit. He will get you for that shit. And people think people think that punishment is supposed to happen right away. No. Punishment comes when God said punishment comes. It comes on his time, not when you want the punishment to happen. It comes on his time. And when it comes, he serves that shit hard. You know what I'm saying? So everything that she's going through right now, she's getting paid back all the things that she has done. And she's having a hard time coping with that. She don't want to she's having a hard time holding herself accountable. She's fighting the accountability. She's trying to fight it. She can't accept it, but she's having a hard time dealing with that. And like I said, like it's times like it was one time I got on the phone. No, it was one time she was talking to my daughter, and like she would talk to me, and we would have a nice conversation. And she keeps telling me how much I'm a good dad I am for her daughter and stuff. But then she get on the phone with my daughter and saying that he ruined your father ruined my life, and she's just spazzing out, just talking shit about me. But the reason why I don't get mad at that is because that anger and that lash out, she's not lashing out at me. Her saying that, I ruined her life, saying all these other type of things that's not true about me, or like that, and she's trying to spew this on my daughter, and she's venting this stuff out to my daughter and stuff. My daughter don't believe it, but she's saying this out of anger. She's lashing out at herself. This is her self-reflecting on herself. So when my daughter showed me the text messages of all the shit that she's talking shit about me or like that, you know what I'm saying? Or her having her spaz out moments, it's not her actually being mad at me. She's being mad at herself because when she sees how I am now, and she looks at how her daughter just grew up, how beautiful she is. She's 16 years old now, and she look at her daughter and realize how much time that she has missed, right? So she's constantly being reminded that every time she hears her daughter's voice, she's no longer a baby no more. She's becoming a young woman. When she gets on FaceTime and sees me, she always says, "Oh my God, you still look the same. You're so young," and all this other type of stuff like that. So that's just her reflecting. She's getting mad at herself when she goes out and lashes, talk shit about me. She's actually getting mad at herself because she realized, like, damn, this is nothing but regret. What she's expressing is regret. So I don't take it personal. Yeah, sorry, you have to deal with that. I'm not even pissed. I'm not even pissed because I know what it is. I've seen it too many times. Women that I've been with, and when we break up, the first thing they do is say shit that's not true about me, and they try to convince everybody else, and no one believes it, is because they know how I am, and people who see me with this woman knows how I treat her as far as respect is concerned. So they know it's just her because she fucked up. So she's trying to make everybody else seem like I'm this type of person because she made a bad choice, or she the one who fucked up the relationship. So that's her way of lashing out. And when they lash out like that, I don't say nothing because there's no sense of getting mad. Why get myself frustrated and mad at that? And that's just her being mad at herself that she fucked up. What was my second son? Yup. I know it took my mom years to be able to apologize for how she acted towards my brother and me. Yeah. Thank God my baby moms are never like that. He said baby moms. He got the S at the end. God damn. Yeah, I heard it, Gargoyles. You're like Goliath. Your daughter's Angela and your ex is the it's funny. My daughter named Angelia. He said that's light. You should hear some of the things my mom said and did. Yeah, man. So I'm used I'm getting used to how like my baby mom can be at times. You know what I'm saying? She spazzes out. 1 minute, everything's cool, and the next minute she spazzes out. But she don't spazz out. She like when she does spazz out on me, because one time like we were sitting there and we was on the FaceTime and she was just screaming in the room. I hate my fucking life. Like she was just screaming in the room saying how much she hated her fucking life. And I'm just sitting there like, yikes. I was like, there's nothing I can do about like that was a great story to eat my dinner too. Fucking love you. Oh man, thanks, Gold, man. Yeah, so she's saying how much she fucking hit her life, and then her daughter comes in the room because I told you she has a daughter by her husband. She comes in the room, you hear her daughter screaming and crying, and now she's cussing her daughter out. She's telling her to go to fuck the bed and all this other type of stuff. It was just wild. I'm just sitting there and it's so awkward. And then she drops the phone, and you just hear her screaming at her daughter and stuff like that. And it's just crazy. He said, "I'm never a fan of trash talking about a child's parent in front of the child because that's like saying they won't amount to anything." Yeah, it's just crazy. This teenager fucking hate my life. Yeah, ain't that teenager? Yeah, she was yelling. She's literally yelling, "I hate my fucking life." And I'm watching her suffer in real time. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, I get no satisfaction out of that. I actually feel sorry for her. You know what I'm saying? I get no satisfaction. And here's the thing: when I was first hurting, when she first hurt me, the only thing I could think of is like I want her to hurt bad. You know what I'm saying? And when God finally revealed her to me as far as her suffering is concerned, it didn't feel good seeing her suffer like that. It did not feel good. I thought it was going to make me feel better, but it didn't make me feel better at all. So I said that's why I tell you guys as well. If you got a woman that hurts you, man, don't ever wish for bad things to come our way, because guess what? If she's a bad person, it's going to come no matter what. So you don't have to wish for anything. Let God have his vengeance. God's vengeance is better than any man's vengeance. You know what I'm saying? And when he strikes his vengeance, he's going to let you see it. When the time comes for you to see it, you'll see it. And then it depends on the type of person you are. For me, when God reveals his vengeance to me, when I saw her suffering, it did not make me feel good at all. It did. I thought when I saw her suffering, I thought that's what I wanted. I didn't want that shit. You know what I'm saying? But God showed it before me. He said he's going to show it to me when he was ready to show it to me, and God did that. He showed me her suffering, showed me everything, and I didn't feel good about it at all. I was like, damn, this is actually fucked up. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it is. Oh man, thanks, man. It kind of reminded me of Spider-Man when Peter killed the criminal. Yeah, when Peter killed the criminal who killed his uncle, it didn't make him feel better at all. In fact, in some ways, it made him feel worse. Yeah, because when I started hearing her suffer and stuff, man, it started fucking with me. Now I was perfectly fine. I didn't hear from her in years, So I'm going about my life. And now when I finally do hear from her, she's suffering. So now I'm hearing from her and she's suffering. Now it's fucking with me again. Because now it's fucking me on a different level. Like she's suffering. You know what I'm saying? And I had to get over that she's actually suffering and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. And like I said before, when she said she hated her life and she started screaming in the room and stuff like that, it was just so awkward just seeing her do that in front of me and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Then she tried to get to flirting with me, and I wasn't falling for that. She tried to seduce me because she wanted to talk she talked in the bathroom. And then she had this is like the winter of 2024, right? This part right here that I'm talking about. And I remember it was the winter of 2024, and it was New Year's. It was during the New Year's week, actually of 2025, actually, because her husband was arguing with her and stuff like that, and then they got into a fight, and then the phone dropped, and then they clicked off and shit like that. But yeah, so she was in the bathroom. It was just so awkward. We was talking, and she just sitting in the bathroom, and as we're talking and stuff, and she's like, "Man, it's hot in here," because she had the heat on, and then she just took her shirt off, and she's just in her bra, and like I said, her body is the way I'm now. When it comes to her body is the way I remembered it. So yeah, and then now she sits the phone down on her counter, and she just leaned over talking to me because I said we FaceTiming, titties out. And shit like that, and I'm looking like, what the hell is she doing? She said, "Yeah, it's just hot in here." I said, "Well, turn the heat down." I'm like, what the fuck? Like, yeah, it was just so awkward and stuff like that. And then she would arch her back. She would like position herself a certain way, and then when she had to go to the other counter, she's in her thong and stuff like that. I'm like, what the hell is she doing? Like what is she? She's a married woman. What the fuck is she doing? I'm like, that's this getting so awkward. But I see what she's doing and shit like that. But it's not working on me. You know what I'm saying? It's not working on me. He said, "Square's going." He said, "I also forgot to ask you this before, but do you have any interest in your daughter getting to know her half sister?" It's not up to me. I asked my daughter. I said, "Have you talked to your sister?" She's like, "No." Like she don't. My daughter don't really care about her, like talk to get to know her sister. I mean, she said eventually she would like to, but she don't care about wanting to know her half sister because her half sister is a reminder of her mom leaving her, because she sees it as my daughter sees it as this, like, you left me, but you decided to keep her. That's how my daughter sees it. So she talked to her half sister, like her half sister always wants to talk to her. You know, she wanted to play Roblox. They play Roblox a little bit with each other and stuff. But because one time she heard her half sister heard my daughter talking to her mom, and she kept yelling my daughter's name, and she kept saying, "Mom, I want to talk to my sister. I want to talk to my sister," and stuff like that. And kept crying, kept yelling, "I want to talk to my sister. I want to talk to my sister," or whatever. But my daughter, she don't really care to talk to her or whatever. Like at right now, she said, "I want to get to know my mom more first," because her mom was trying to force her, her half sister on her, and she's like, "I'm not ready to talk to my half sister. Like, I want to get to know you," So like her sister is a constant reminder of her mom abandoning her but keeping her, Yeah, most likely we'll connect later when they can both, move past mom being herself. Yeah, be like, nice try. Yeah, man. It's like I said, man. You gotta find the right woman, man. Dude, like you gotta find the right woman in your that like it, and that's the most crucial part as a man. Is picking the right partner, dog. So, objectively speaking, the characters are well designed, and the entire world of VK is actually quite interesting. Yeah, man. Like, look, like you don't understand what I have planned for VK. Like I said, I've been working on this for 5 years. I got an entire universe that's waiting to be discovered. But what's holding me back is finances. It's money that's holding me back. Oh, what's up, Demonic? The rate game is going. I bet it's going to crash within the decade. I think it's going to crash pretty soon. I think we already experiencing I think it's the beginning parts of the gaming crash. But yeah, as far as VK and the Venus Orion Comics universe, man, as I said, if you go to my website right here, if you go even if you go here to the Paragons of Fate page, everything on my website, every imagery says something. It's clues, it's hints to a much bigger picture. So always keep that in mind every time I show off something, even down to the character clothing. I think that the biggest crucial is VK itself. VK is going to like really open the floodgates of so much lore as far as the universe is concerned, and also Siona as well. All the other ones are going to open up other aspects and world building elements. But I'm talking about like when get into like the high stuff, like VK, man, I'm telling you, in Siona, you're gonna get a lot of that as well. And also adrenaline as well. And you're gonna find out why adrenaline is very important as well. All these characters here, the Paragons, these are the first fate for phase 1, the foundation. Anyway, all of them are important, but when I talk about like universal stuff, VK is going to deliver that. Siona is going to introduce elements of that, and then Adrenaline he's major when it comes to like the universal aspect of my universe of Venus Orion Comics and stuff. So, like I said, phase 2, we're going cosmic. We're going to be doing some sci-fi. This is where we start getting into the nitty-gritty of the universe itself when we get to phase 2. And I can't wait to show off some of the characters and the cast of these different series for my cosmic side of the universe and stuff. Is Photonic a charge character? Oh, we'll all right, we'll go back to read this. Since I know a lot of you guys still haven't gotten around to this. So Photonic, his name is Daniel Murphy, age 24. His height is 5'10". His class, he's an aberrant. Like I said, if you need if you want to compare or have an equivalent, an aberrant is equivalent to Marvel's mutants and stuff like that. So abilities, these are not all of his abilities. I just give you some surface level abilities and stuff, but let's go through it. So his abilities: photon manipulation, light capacitor, photonic vision, photon armor layering, and light constructs. Skills: photon pulse, radiant strike, flare kick, solar singularity, nova slide, stellar collapse, and lumen blade. His wave signature, as I told you before, my universe has its own like I said, like power limit or power scaling. My fault. Power scaling mechanics, which is the wave signature. And like I said, in my universe, I talked about it before. The wave mechanic or the wave force mechanic is what drives everything in my universe. Everybody has a wave essence, which is their soul or their consciousness of their soul. Now, certain individuals are able to tap into their soul consciousness or their wave essence, and they call these people gifted. Now, you have a conscious level, and you find out what your conscious level is when you are tested on the wave spectrum and where you land. Now, when you're a gifted person, that means you're closely tied to the universe itself, the consciousness of the universe itself. You're able to tap into your soul, and you'll be able to perform like massive feats depending on the personality of the person and everything. So everybody's unique. Everybody's wave essence isn't the same. Everybody's unique based on who they are and their personality. But when you're able to tap into your wave essence, you're able to perform wave arts. And you got all kinds of wave arts. Critical arts, which starts with the letter K. Critical arts, cognitive arts, Rye arts, spiritual arts. You got all kinds of arts. So yes. So his conscious level, he's a level 2. So Daniel's aberrant abilities had manifested at the age of 12 years old. He discovered that let me take this off so everybody can see it. So yeah, Daniel's aberrant abilities had manifested at the age of 12 years old. He discovered that his body can control and manipulate photons by absorbing them from his surroundings. His discovery of these abilities was both frightening and exhilarating, especially when they began to manifest in unpredictable ways, such as during the power plant maintenance incident where he lives. The pivotal moment of in his life came during the Somers Beach Carnival, where his instincts to protect his family led him to reveal his powers. The courage he displayed during the attack caught the attention of Team 5, a group of elite aberrants working under Dr. Malcolm H. Crawford. This encounter marked the beginning of his journey as a hero, leading him to join the Crawford Academy for Prodigies. As a student at the academy, Daniel honed his abilities under the mentorship of Dr. Crawford and the members of Team 5. The tragic loss of Team 5 during a special mission special ops mission left a void that Daniel felt compelled to fill. His sense of duty, combined with his admiration for the fallen heroes, led him to accept the role of leader for the newly formed Alpha Squad X. Now, the visor that he has on, and I won't go through the details, but the visor that he has on allows him to be able to draw, able to control. A lot easier to be able to control, to be able to draw how much photons, depending on the channels that he puts on, that he clicks on his dial, to be able to channel in how much photons he's able to charge or absorb. So he's like a battery. Now, the thing is, if you look at his eyes is pale, or like he has no iris, because the more he charges, the more he can't see, but the more powerful he is. So the more that he has in him, the more powerful he is, but it also fucks with his eyesight to the point that he can't see or whatever. So he has to balance it out. Now, the thing is, he always keeps it. He also has to do a point to where he has to release his charge as well. He can't stay fully charged because, like I say, like his body can only contain but so much. But to at least stay like in a neutral state, or stay in like a standby state in case something comes up or something happens, he keeps just an amount stored in within him. And also, when he has at his neutral level, he also has what I call is a photon armor layering. He also has a layer of photon energy around him, which allows him to take powerful hits from some of the most powerful villains or encounters and stuff like that. But the lower he gets, the more his photon armor kind of like dissipates, which means now you can actually hurt him and stuff. But photonic is really as he gets stronger, because aberrants in my universe, they can evolve over time, and their powers evolve and mature over time. I remember a fucking game than a team game, like still Lumen Blade and Flare Kick does sell my charge character moves. Well, yeah, I will be doing a fighting game with my Venus Orion characters, like that Venus Orion comic characters. There will be a fighting game, and it's gonna be like a tag-based game, like a 2D fighter tag-based. And what I want to do with this fighting game, like I can't tell you the story of how these characters come together and fight each other and stuff, because that would spoil the universe itself of how these things work. But what I want to do, I also want to do like a Marvel alliance with the fighting game. What do I mean by that? If you pair certain characters together in a team, I'm thinking it's going to be like a 2v2 or maybe a 3v3. I want to do a 2v2 more so. But if I am going to do it, if I do want to do this like team mechanic, that I want to do like how Marvel Alliance does it. But in the fighting game, if you pair certain characters together, you get a certain buff depending on the characters that you put together. So if you put Hezekiah Draven, Keo, and Strike together, that's pretty much the Draven brother team or whatever like that. So the Draven brothers will get like a stat boost, and they get their own specific super together and stuff like that. If you put, say for instance, if you put Siona, the Great Samaritan, and you put Adrenaline together, that's team Valiant Ascenders. You know what I'm saying? So and like I said, there's many members of the Valiant Ascenders, so you can get pretty much a good combination of Valiant Ascenders as well. And then if you put Rupture, and I can't spoil the other characters, then you better create the Zone Task Force and stuff like that, and they get their own specific supers. But you can still mix and match characters together. But if you put the right characters together, you can actually get a specific team and get a special buff and a special super that's specific to that team. Yeah, like certain vampires and stuff, to be honest, as AI gets more advanced, you'll probably be able to have AI be a major help with a VK fighting game. I don't want to do a VK fighting game. I want to do a Venus Orion Comics fighting game. like I don't want a title specific fighting game. No, I want to do a Venus Orion Comics fighting game. That means all characters from Venus Orion Comics in a fighting game. If when it comes to a VK game, I would do a couple of genres within the VK like games. Like I would do like a character action game. I will also do an action RPG with VK and stuff like that. And there's so many things I can do with that. Also there's a couple other comic comic series or comic book characters within my universe that are perfectly fit for a beat 'em up as well, which once I reveal more of those characters, and you'll be able to understand why it would make a perfect beat 'em up and stuff like that. So there's a lot of genres, but I do want to do a Smash Brothers type game where we have Venus Orion Games characters like Radical the Porcupine, Rolling Grayfield from Galenia Dreams of Aldeas, and many other characters. And then I want to have like a bigger one where we have Venus Orion Comics and Venus Orion Games characters all in one game together. But I would like that to be like a Smash Brothers, or I would have like a Smash Brothers type game, and then I have a Power Stone type game. You know what I'm saying? Where when I say Power Stone type game, it plays like Power Stone and stuff like that, but with my characters. So that's how I would like to do it. Did we see Alan Fleck in chapter 1? Nope, you didn't see Alan Fleck at all. You will see a glimpse of Alan Fleck in chapter 2. You will see a glimpse of him in chapter 2. I'll leave it at that. Chapter 2, you're going to see a glimpse of him. You're going to see him. You're going to see a glimpse of him in chapter 2, early in the chapter. You're going to see a glimpse of Alan. But you're going to see Jason. You're going to see Jason Snap, Jasmine's boyfriend. You're going to get a chance to see him in chapter 2, and there's some other characters. I'm not going to spoil, but there's going to be it's a lot of characters. And as I said before, you're going to get a breakdown. You're going to get the gist or the premise of what's going on, the current state of Neodelphia and the current state of where everything is at right now, as far as the motivation and what's going on in the story. You're going to get all that, because in the first chapter you got Hezekiah Draven's motivation and what he's trying to do. Like I said before, he's trying to get he's trying to go after Alan Fleck because he's responsible for the death of Lionel Washington. You want to see Lionel. You want to see Lionel Washington in chapter 2. In that sense, you want to see us. There's a reason why you want to see Lionel. You're going to see a glimpse of Alan Fleck in chapter 2, and everything. So, like I said, we're going to be deep diving in chapter 2. So you're going to get a glimpse of Alan Fleck. You're going to get a chance to see Lionel Washington. You won't see Rosalie yet. Rosalie going to come a little bit later. You want to get an idea of who Rosalie is at some point as well. You said I can't get over it. So I found a few months ago. So like I said, in chapter 1, with Hezekiah Draven, you got his motivation. You see what drives him. You see what gets him going. Chapter 2 is going to elaborate that. Chapter 2 is going to elaborate that or elaborate that on that even more. And you're also going to get you will get more dialogue, and you will get a more understanding of Techlock too, and where he fits in all this as far as what they're doing. But in chapter 2, you're going to get the overall premise of what's going on, like what is going on right now. We know young Raph, and we know Hezekiah's motivation, but what is actually going on, and you're going to find that out in chapter 2. So you know what's going on. So like I said, that's why it's 74 pages, because there's a lot of material that you guys need to understand and stuff like that. Yes, there's heavy action in chapter 2 as well. Like I said, you got the introduction to the wave force mechanic, what wave pressure is, what wave essence is, what a gifted is, what different types of vampires there are. You're going to get a lot. You're going to get a lot, and it's going to be broken down within the world building itself. You're going to get a little bit deeper dive into the Guardian system itself and the wristbands as well. So you're going to get a chance to see how the citizens of Neodelphia in the various districts and how they live their lives in these districts and stuff like that. So you're going to get that in chapter 2. As I said, this shit's 74 pages, bro. 74 pages. You're going to get a lot. As I said, like, you're going to get a lot in this book. There's going to be a lot to break down, and there's going to be a lot of material for you guys to be able to pick apart in chapter 2. But yes, there's going to be a lot of action in it. You get a chance to see Strike and Kyo in action as well. You get to see how Kyo and Strike's dynamic is, how they interact with each other and interact, with the people around them. You also get a chance to see Strike's abilities. You get a chance to see how Kyo abilities work, or surface level how it works, how their abilities work and stuff like that. So yeah, there's going to be a lot to digest in chapter 2. Chapter 2, man. I'm looking forward to it. Oh wow. Wow. Yeah, I talked to my artist. She just hit me up. So yeah, we'll stay like RPG with combo carries with Kuwait. Yeah. I look, I would like to try that too. I don't know what anyone says about AI. It definitely has its uses for regular people. Yeah, it does. Marvel Alliance, but Diablo. Will Young Raph have a transformation? Can't spoil that. He said, "Will Young Raph have a transformation?" I can't spoil that. I cannot spoil that. His name is Raph. His alias is Raph for a reason. That was one of the references for sure. Yeah. So that's that I can't talk about. I'll leave that for y'all to try to figure out when it comes to transformations and stuff like that. But like I said, like, when I can't wait to see, like I said, when chapter 2 come out, you'll pretty much get an idea of the story itself and where, and the possibilities where VK is going with chapter 2. Also, you'll be able to pick up where Nolan Brett had left off as well. So you're gonna get a chance to know a little bit more, just a little bit more about Nolan Brett. You're gonna be introduced to Detective Bertelli and Detective Danvers. So you get a chance to meet those two as well. Those characters. What I'm looking forward to the most is I can't wait to see what characters you guys gravitate towards. Which ones who's going to be your favorite? Who's going to be your favorite Draven brother? Who's going to be your favorite character and supporting characters? And stuff like that. That's what I'm looking forward to see what you guys, to pick your brain a bit and see where your guys' heads are at when it comes to these characters. And especially when it comes to theory craft. I can't wait to see what you guys come up with when it comes to theories and stuff like that as well. So that's what I'm putting together, man. I'm looking forward to get chapter 2 in your hands and everything. So yeah, this summer we're going to begin the development of chapter 2 this summer, me and my artist. It's going to take some time, but like I said, anything can happen. When I mean by anything can happen, Venus Orion Comics can just blow up. It can possibly happen. Miracles can happen out of nowhere. My book chapter 1 can just sell. Like I said, I woke up a couple days ago. I woke up from a nap, and then out of nowhere, the store covers just sold out. Now I got to order more store covers. So who knows what will happen between now and 2026 and whatever like that. Who knows what will happen? Like, anything can happen from Venus Orion Comics, where it becomes so successful that I can actually get chapter 2 done even faster. As a matter of fact, get Alter Squad X chapter 1 off the ground. That's what I'm gonna do. So after I release VK chapter 2, Alter Squad X chapter 1 is gonna come out. And then I will do chapter 3 of VK and then in chapter 1 of Siona after that. Do it like that. So now you get and because, like I said, since it's all about finances and stuff, I have to make these chapters longer, so you guys have some material. You have something to latch onto and stuff like that. So Alpha Squad X Chapter 1 is not going to be like VK Chapter 1, where VK Chapter 1 is 28 pages. No. Alpha Squad X Chapter 1 is going to be 74 pages or 72 pages. These are going to be longer books. So you had Chapter 1 of Alpha Squad X will be a nice length for you guys to be able to read and stuff as you wait for the next books and stuff like that. And then we get to Chapter 3 of VK, and then Siona, Chapter 1. That would be like around 72 to 74 pages. So you will have that as well. And then we'll do Alpha Squad X Chapter 2 and VK Chapter 4. Then we follow up with the third book will be Neo Sujani. It'll be Neo Sujani Chapter 1. You know what I'm saying? We'll just do stuff like that. Hezekiah versus Dog Nigga. Who wins? Oh my God, Dog Nigga. Which works are Jessica doing again, and which one isn't she working on? Jessica's is only working on VK and Alpha Squad X. I will have to find artists. I got artists in mind. I mean, artists who are like on Jessica level and better than her. I already got some in mind. I've been keeping my eyes on some artists. And I will be approaching them to work on Siona, Neo Sujani, and the other ones and stuff like that. But yes, she'll be working on VK and Alpha Squad X. But she's my main artist, which means she will do all the concept art. No, she would do all the official art for all the characters. And then all the artist does is come in and just draw the character in their own style for their book and stuff like that. And like I said, all my books will be anime style, but the artists have their own style. They're not going to replicate her style, but they're going to be anime style, just like Jessica does her anime stuff. But that's what we're going with my series. It's always going to like an anime or manga type of style, but every artist is going to have their own unique hand in it and stuff like that. So yes, Jessica will be drawing all my characters as far as their official designs. And then that artist will come in and just take that design and then just draw in their style when they do their book, when they draw the book. Will Young Rev eventually have a signature move like how Goku's move is Kamehameha? Well, like I said, if you go to the Paragons of Fate, Young Rav, this is not all his stuff. He has Ocular Slash, Hollow Edge, Quickening Swipe, Havoc Buster, and there's many more abilities that he has going down the line and stuff like that. So when he does his critical arts, he would say those abilities by name and stuff like that. So yeah, everybody's going to have something. Kyo Strike, everybody's going to have their own abilities and stuff like that and everything. As long as all the characters stay on model and they don't look different people every time, like different people all the time. Oh yeah, no, definitely consistency. Definitely consistency is very important, and everything like that. But yeah, I want every comic book to reflect the artist. I don't want it all to look the same, but like look too much the same. I think that it becomes bland after a while. Because even when I read the Rippaverse comics and stuff, like a lot of the art looks the same. Like the characters are inconsistent, but when it comes to the artwork, a lot of it seems the same. Like they're not really that different from one another and stuff. So I would love to see some of the characters or some of the art style looks different. You know what I'm saying, for each book and stuff like that. But it still keeps the essence of those characters in terms of how they look and stuff like that. But that's why I want every artist to be able to express themselves, with their strengths. I don't want them to be held down by a certain thing, like, hey, it has to be like this. No, like as long as the characters are consistent and with the overall design, but I want you to be able to express your style, And that's how you bring in new readers. Like some people want to read this story because of this artist that draws this and stuff like that. So when I do get these artists, they will be the artists for that book. I'm not every chapter is not going to be a different artist. No, that will be the artist for that series. That's how I'm doing it. And that's how it keeps that artist will always have work. You know what I'm saying? Because this is your series that you're drawing. Nobody else is drawing this series. Only you are drawing this series. You know, so to keep the consistency and stuff like that, with that. So that's how I want to do it when it comes to that. The only thing I'm praying for, as I said before, the only thing I'm praying for is that I'm able to meet artists where I'm able to establish the relationship that I have with Jessica. Like I said, that woman, she's incredible. Like me and her have been working together for 5 years now. And I have some new characters that we've been working on. And I just love how we go back and forth and bounce ideas. Like I always tell her, like, listen, all I want you to do is just make my character look badass. This is what I have. And I show it to her. I said, does this look silly? If it does, make it look better. Fix this shit. I trust her that much. Or the funny thing is, what I always found funny is when I do have a character design and stuff, when she does, because she uses a lot of emojis. When she uses the emoji that goes like this, that's how I know when she don't like something that I have, or she think like maybe it needs some work. And I like that. And I always tell her to always stay honest with me. Even when I do my scripts, I let her read my scripts too as well. I need some feedback and stuff. And she always like, man, oh my God. I remember when I first started chapter 2 scripts, man, she tore me a new one, like as she was reading through it and stuff like that. And I was like, damn, like she was tearing through it and shit like that. And not that she wasn't being a smart ass or anything, but it was legitimate questions she was asking me because she was confused about certain things. So I was like, if she's going to be confused, then obviously when readers read it, they're going to be confused. So that's why I said I had to do 8 different revisions until I got it right. And how I know I got it right is when she stopped asking a bunch of questions. When now she's saying, okay, how would you want me to draw this? Rather than, hey, when this character says this, now it's just about the art itself and drawing the panels rather than her asking me about what a character says and what they meant by this and stuff like that and everything. So she definitely loved the new revision of chapter 2 that I've been working so hard on and stuff and everything like that. So that's why I appreciate her and stuff like that. And I hope or I pray that God send me an artist that allows me to have that same type of relationship that I have with Jessica and stuff like that. And it's kind of hard. Like I have a hard time. I even told her this. I said, man, like I feel guilty looking for another artist because it feels like I'm cheating on her in a sense, like because you've been my artist for the past 5 years, and it feel awkward me finding another artist, even though she's drawing my series and my other 2 series. She can't do all of them, so I have to get other artists. And so it just feels so weird me having to find somebody else and get somebody else to draw the other books and stuff. And I told her, she started laughing. She said, "No, don't feel that way." I said, "No, I feel like I'm cheating on you." But yeah, it said 5 years. He said, yeah, 5 years. That's a long time. It's a rule of cool, never fails. Just remember brand recognition. Yeah. And he said, I'm working on my first character design now, and I decided that I'm going to do one of my own comic characters for my first Master Division cuts. Good, man. Yeah. So like I said, my whole plan is I want to be able to, because like my dad's gonna be my investor, because my dad's gonna be retiring pretty soon. And my dad's just sitting on money, and he wants to invest in my books. Like when he gets a chance, once he gets into retirement, my dad said he's going to pump money in to Enix and Orion Comics so I can also get these books out faster too. So that's why that's why it's important to have dads. I love dad and stuff like that. And my dad's excited about this as well, and he wants to invest in Enix and Orion Comics and stuff. So that's what he wants to do once he retires and stuff. He wants to invest and help me push these books out faster. So that's what he's doing. This is what I told her. Like I said this before, I was about to get to that code. My plan is, what I want to do is, because like I said, my dad owns a lot of real estate. My dad owns like 4 or 5 different houses now. And then my dad's getting me into owning property too. Like I'm building towards that. My dad's helping Keo build towards that and stuff like that. Well, the plan is I want to. My first property is going to be. My plan is I want to have a property to where I have a Venus Orion Comics office on the first floor, and then I will have tenants on the second floor, and then on the third floor is where all my artists will stay at, and they don't have and I'm not going to charge them rent at all. The only thing they got to do is just pay their expenses. You know what I'm saying, like the electric bill and stuff like that, but they don't got to pay no rent. So they don't have no pressure on them. I just want them. Let's get some work done. Let's grind. Let's get some content out there. Let's do this. So I don't want them to have any pressure, and they can still do commissions for other people and stuff like that. But let's do this. You know what I'm saying? So they don't have to worry about rent. All they have to do is worry about their expenses and stuff like that. Because the tenants that's paying the rent is going to cover a lot of that stuff anyway. So I just want my artists to just be able to fully function, fully concentrate, and be able to just do what they do, and that's draw. You know what I'm saying? So with Jessica, like I told her, I said, "Yo, Venus Orion Comics is going to become big, and guess what? Guess what, girl? I'm going to bring your ass down here. You're going to have to come down here. Your ass going to have to come down here. I would if I had to look, if she had to get a work visa, whatever I need to do to get Jessica to come down here when Venus Orion Comics blow up, I'm going to make sure it happens, and I'm going to take care of her." I told her that. I said I will take care of you, because Venus Orion Comics, everything that I've done, these posters that's back here, my posters and everything that I've shown you guys, the artwork, the book itself, man, none of this wouldn't have been possible without her. She brought my vision to life. You know what I'm saying? And I told her, I said, "Yo, I'll take care. Don't worry about it. I'll take care of you. Bring your ass here." You know what I'm saying? And I'll make sure you're gonna be good, and let's make some content. Let's make some magic. You know what I'm saying? Let's do this. Let's make some money. You know what I'm saying? So I have that much faith that Venus Orion Comics is going to be a force to reckon with. You know what I'm saying? And she's going to be a top artist. And when we go to cons, her ass is coming with me. She's going to be coming to cons and stuff like that. We're going to be having panels. She's going to be talking and expressing, you know, how it is to work at Venus Orion Comics and ideas for characters and the character process. And plus, she's my lead artist. So she's going to be in charge of all my artists and stuff when it comes to meetings and stuff like that. So she's going to handle it. She's going to be delegating responsibilities to the art when it comes to these artists and stuff like that as well. So she's going to be playing a major role in Venus Orion Comics. So as I said before, I told her, "Yo, I'm going to take care of you. So don't worry about it. You took care of me, and I'm definitely going to take care of you." So that's how I see it, and that's how I want things to work out when it comes to that. So far, I know he will be a Japanese American that wears a mix of his culture's clothes as well. I want a red silk suit as the base. Tell her to pick out a character to dress as. Oh yeah, that would be awesome too. Yeah, that'll definitely be awesome. You said to live with your family, to work on the comic overseas there. Yeah, I also told her too, like I said, if you ever want to come down and stay with us too, I also left that door open to her too. And she's like, "Oh wow, really?" I said, "Yeah." I said, if you ever want to do something like that, you know, and come to the States and stay with my family and stuff like that, we can also, my doors is always open for you, because we're going to be moving into the 8-bedroom house that my dad had bought, and he's going to be working on that too and fixing it and stuff like that. So we're going to have a bunch of different rooms, so she could be able to have a room for herself and stuff like that as well, if she ever wants to do something like that. So I said the door is always open and stuff. So yes, I will be getting cosplayers. I already talked about this to some of you guys. When we start getting, because I like, you're gonna start seeing more like short animations, like trailers and stuff like that, like mixed in there with my trailers and stuff. But yes, Siona, I think Siona is gonna be my first cosplay shoot that I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get I'm gonna hire a sexy ass chick. I'm gonna hire a professional cosplay designer, and she's gonna she's gonna design Siona's outfit, and we're gonna do like an actual photo shoot with Keo Arts, like with my brother Keo, and he's gonna be taking pictures. So we will have not only just an animated some animated like trailer shorts of Siona, we're also going to have a live photo shoot, like a live photo shoot with Siona and stuff like that. That's something I wanted to do a long time ago. To dress as your own characters would do a lot of advertising. Yeah, it would. Is there an anti-aberrant sentiment in your universe? How normal can you live as a mutant? Oh, this is the thing. I thought that's the whole point. Ultra Squad X is a mixture of X-Men and some My Hero Academia, and you will see why we're the My Hero Academia, because there's different academies that have aberrants and stuff like that, and the government try to figure out a way to be able to have them function in society in order for them to gain like rights and stuff like that. But there's also going to be some questionable things, you know, when it comes to this. But yes, in order for them to function in society, a lot of aberrants are registered to these different academies, and these different academies are proficient in different things. You got some aberrants who works in the support field and stuff like that. When there's like danger or like when there's a natural disasters, these aberrants use their special abilities to help with those things. Then you have different categories for different things. Then you got independent academies, like where the government doesn't really have much control over what they can, you know, of certain things they can do. Which Malcolm, Dr. Crawford, his Academy of Prodigies, which was one of the first academies, it fits in that independent because it has independent funding by backers. And see, I don't want to go through the whole details, so you have to wait and see. But yes, people are afraid of aberrants. Now, when you go to these academies, you wear a badge, and this badge exempts aberrants, these aberrants from being part of the Aberrant Registration Act, to be registered into the government database and stuff like that. But Dr. Malcolm Crawford is also trying to fight against the Aberrant Registration Act, because there's a lot of things that's involved with that. So yes, there's going to be also very political and stuff as well within this. But yes, people are afraid of aberrants. People are afraid of them. So yes, there's a lot of prejudice against aberrants and stuff, and you're going to see that in Ultra Squad X. While at the same time, with these academies, these aberrants also got to take special exams and stuff like that. And then within a certain region, these academies get certain get certain points. Once they get a certain amount of points and stuff like that, they also got to go through this other type of preliminary stuff. It's a whole system that I have in place. How it's going to work. So yeah, it's going to be a mixture of X-Men with some My Hero Academia with some of this type of how things work when it comes to Ultra Squad X. Yo, what's up, Calvin? So I'm learning to make leather boots from scratch. So that means you can't go to normal school as an average. That sucks. So that means you can't go to a normal school. And if you don't, and if you're not in one of those academies, then you have to be registered. You have to be registered. And not only that you're being registered, your parents, like the people that gave birth to you, they're also registered. That's why it's also dangerous, because these parents who gave birth to them, it's not their fault that they gave birth to their child and their child had to be an aberrant. The parents are also in danger. It's going to be a whole lot involved with this. That's why I can't wait to get involved with this. Ever watched? No, I heard of Tiger and Bunny, but never watched it. And the fun part is going to be a lot of resentment from characters. Wait until you get like I said, man. Ultra Squad X. When you get a chance to hold on 1 second. 1 second. Yeah, as I said before, man. Like, I can't wait till you get a chance to know these characters, man. And you're gonna be surprised what characters who got it, who has like, whose background is like really messed up. You'll be surprised and stuff like that. And how these characters and how this team of characters, how they get over some of the pain that they went through, being aberrants, and how they discovered their powers, and when their powers activated, and how certain things happen in their life, and how people turn, like how their loved ones turned their back on them, and there's so much with these characters. It's so much, and I can't wait. And I've been writing these characters for some time now, and I can't wait to get a chance to know Adaptima, and the Lad Spectral, and Rampant, and Photonic, and Cerebra, and Channel Red. I can't wait to get a chance to know these characters and stuff in their backgrounds, because man, their backgrounds, man, I believe, in my personal opinion, you're gonna love all their backgrounds and what they've been through, and how they end up becoming, how they got recruited by Dr. Crawford to become students of the Academy of Prodigies and stuff. Everybody likes Adaptima. That's everybody's favorite. Story was top notch though. Remind me of good My Hero. I like the pink hair. Everybody likes Adaptima, the pink hair chick. And everybody's outfit design is what it is for a reason. I can't wait to the explanation, so you get a chance to see the explanation behind Adaptima's outfit, especially her, like Cerebra, or her real name is Mela. When you get a chance to know Mela and about her and stuff like that. But I can't wait with all this. Man, knowing these backgrounds of these characters, since I know the backgrounds of these characters, I have a great feeling that you're going to be able to relate to these characters, and you're going to be attached to you're going to be attached to these characters, especially if you see what they've been through, and then how they eventually become students of this academy. And you haven't seen Dr. Crawford yet. I haven't gotten around, like, when me and Jessica get back to when we get around to start working on Ultra Squad X, full development of Ultra Squad X. I'll get her to draw Dr. Crawford, so you had a chance to see Dr. Crawford himself. Because Dr. Crawford himself, he's an aberrant himself. So keep that in mind, and everything. Almost like the chick had the Ghost Devil and Chainsaw Man. I made her boots. I made her boots, baby, because I already draw the bikini. She's bubbly but hiding painful pet. I'm not saying nothing, Sen. I'm not saying nothing. I'm not saying anything. But man, these characters, I'll tell you, man, their past, I tell you. And and this is going to be the thing why they're able to relate to one another, and they're able to unite and become really close, like a family. These members and everything, and I can't wait to see how, like, in Chapter 1, they're not Ultra Squad X. They're in Chapter 1, at the beginning of Chapter 1, they're not Ultra Squad X. Something happens. Something's going to happen where Dr. Crawford is led to no choice to bring this together. Because remember, I talked up. If you look at Photonic backstory, what I just told you, Team 5 was Dr. Crawford's original team, but they went missing. Not once they went missing, they died or whatever like that. So ever since that happened, there was no more teams after that. He shut it down. But something happens in Chapter 1, which forces Dr. Crawford to bring this team together. Fortunately, I ain't here tonight. Mugen Lord got a nerdy but brain jogging interview for you later this week. Next time. Oh, I'm looking forward to it, Cook. I'm looking forward to it, bro. Being able to adapt says something about being able to get over hard history as well. Oh wow. I didn't think about that. I didn't think about it in that sense. That makes sense. That makes sense. You really gonna like her. You really are. You're really gonna like Adaptima. Let me see something real quick, so you guys get a chance to where. Let me let me remove that real quick. Let me click that off. What was the name? Oh yeah, okay. It was this folder. Mm, and click this, click that. Yeah, so remember, so yes, so there we go. Well, yeah. So yeah. So Adaptima, her real name is Brianna Boyd. So keep that in mind. Pink hair is going to be the hardest to make into a fighting game character. Yeah, I guess so. Like I said before, when her adapted, she only adapted 3 different types of attributes at a time and stuff like that. Whether it's the environment itself, as far as like weather conditions or whatever like that, or she adapts to a certain individual's attack or whatever properties of the attack is. She can adapt to that, but she can only store up to 3. And depending on the properties, she glows a certain hue, a certain color. She would glow. That will let you know what type of property that she absorbed or she adapt to. And she can only adapt to 3 at a time. Now remember, this is her early stages. As she gets better, as she evolves as an aberrant and gets stronger, then she'll be able to adapt to more. But if she wants to adapt to something different, then she has to let go of one thing one attribute that she'd adapt to. Yeah, she has to let go. She would have to let go in exchange for something else. So but the cool thing about it is when she glows, the team members would know, because now the enemies don't know why she's glowing, but they know, like, okay, if she's glowing this color, that means she has this property. We can work around that, or like that. We can base our strategy based around the type of properties that she's adapting to and stuff like that. But yes, there is a weakness to her adaptability, especially early on and stuff. So, but yes, she is a powerful character over time. But right now, that takes a time before she gets to that. But I make sure to put a failsafe in there to make sure that she's not overpowered. So there is a weakness to it and stuff like that. So, but yeah, I think, Photonic, man, Photonic. I think, especially with the Lumen Blade, we can make a light blade. Oh man, I just can't wait. And wait till you meet other aberrant teams from other academies. Oh, that's going to be crazy too. The one really badass though from Chainsaw Man has the ability to adapt to any attack that hits him. It hits it 3 times, nullify them afterwards. How's she going to adapt to a dual can? And what I also say about adapt, like the when it comes to certain attacks, like energy attacks or whatever like that, just to give you an example, when I say adapt as well, when she adapt to it, that attack or whatever won't have the same impact or the same power that it had before. Like she can just tank it or whatever like that. But it can be overwritten depending on how powerful the attack is. And remember the wave signature I told you about too. Remember the rock, paper, scissors I told you about too. So the wave signature also plays a part on the opponent that she's fighting as well. So there's a lot of other things. Like I said, I put this in place to try to minimize I don't want too many OP situations. I mean, OP characters can be fun, but I don't want to start early on like having so many OP like characters and stuff like that. So I want to have some balance somewhere. If you get what I mean, you know what I'm saying? But Ultra Squad X is definitely something that I've been thinking about over time. I think Ultra Squad X, because like I said, I did after VK, it was Neo Suit Johnny, then it was Jake Pierce. Yeah, then after Jake Pierce, then it was Ultra Squad X came to mind after that. So I was like, man, I love X-Men and stuff like that. I was like, I would love to have my own X-Men like team and stuff like that. But they're nothing like personality wise, backstory wise, and how I implement these characters. They're nothing like the X-Men. They're inspired by them, but they're nothing like them. I think that's the fun part about this. I think Kenny, the lad spectral, the kid in the blue. Oh man, his backstory. Wow. But he's don't sleep on Kenny. Oh, that's all I'm saying. Don't sleep on him. Don't underestimate him. Full of potential. I think maybe every color because they're light, but I don't know. It's light, so I'm thinking like a yellow, like a whitish yellow, like a bright yellowish, like white yellowish type of like color. And then channel red. Wait till you find out. Wait till you find out about him. And it's going to be. He's called channel red for a reason. Wait till you find out about him. He's called channel red for a reason. But white but yellow to be able to see them on paper. Yeah, you late, Landon. Like we're not staying on for too long. Or whatever. Just we about to wrap things up in a bit because I still got other things I need to get done. Like I said before, I'll be in Jersey this weekend at Geekdom Con. Venus and Orion Comics will be there. Striking KOTs will be there. So you happen to be in Jersey, and if you happen to be there and you happen to go to the con, chances are you'll run into me and my brothers and my dad, because my dad going to be with us too. And everything. He's gonna be helping out at the tables as well. So it'll be me, my brothers, and my dad, and everything. So this is gonna be a fun con. And then my next one is Liberty Con. That's in August, and it's gonna be in the same place again in Jersey. And then we got J1 Con. I think that's in September, I believe. I think it's in September or October. So I'll be going to that one. I think we have one more in November for the close out the year. So, but yeah, man, that pretty much wraps up the stream, man. I enjoyed talking to you guys. I was expecting to do an hour. We ended up doing 2 hours and everything. Just wanted to say, think that. Oh, you got it. Oh man, glad you got it, man. Let me know what you think about it and stuff. We'll talk more about it. You going to Teco? Is right next to you. It depends, man. I live in Philly. You don't know how many cons I got turned down. I live in Philly. I got turned down by so many Philly cons. Like these cons, it's very political, man. Sometimes it depends on you. Some of them look at your following. If sometimes it's about who you know. I wanted to get into too many games. We got turned down on that one. There's a couple Philly ones that we got turned down. They turned us down. And so, like I said, man, we're gonna be hustling, man, from the ground up. Yeah, we're gonna be hustling from the ground up, man. When it comes to this, and it's crazy how I'm gonna get cons outside of my city, and the cons in my city, and we having a hard time getting in them, and that's crazy. Like we literally live in Philly, but yeah, man. So. That pretty much wraps up the stream, guys. I hope you guys have a good night. I'll be working on that Final Fantasy 16 review. As I said before, make sure you check out all the links that I've sent. The support Venus and Orion Comics. And yeah, man, I'll be seeing you Game Fiends later. Peace out.